Hey all, Che here. Welcome back to Chase Forge. Being that tech guy, I get asked to help with people's internet all the time. One of the biggest things everyone wishes for is to have full Wi-Fi coverage all over their house. Don't we all? Number two is usually to be able to control who's on the internet, especially on households where there's kitties around. Speaking of, I have a wireless router review with that feature coming up soon. But wish number three is usually to have an internet line going right into their PC, console, Mac, or what have you. I'm not a genie, just that tech guy, but I can show you number three, how you can make your own internet lines and other tricks you can do with them. Let's go. So first I want to give a shout out to Christy, Ronald, and Laura for being the first ones on when my videos drop. Thank you so much, it's appreciated. So those internet lines, or more specifically Ethernet Cat 5 and Cat 6 cables, today we're going to learn how to make them. Well, the ends really. There are many ways to make these, and I at one point used to work for a big cable company and made these all the time. But that was long before I became that tech guy. I'll tell you what I used to tell so many back then. Don't have the cable company do it. They charge way too much. If you're handed with some basic tools, you can tackle this for cheaper and up to your level of completeness. There's good techs, bad techs. That's all I'm going to say on that. And once you see how easy it is, you will want to do more than just one, and you'll ultimately save much more money along the way. Today I have some Cat 6 cable with me. The Cat in Cat 6 or Cat 5 stands for category. And there's a whole bunch of standards associated with each level. Cat 5e was a standard for a while. It's still very much in use as it has a max speed of about 125 megs per second, while Cat 6e cable has about 10 gigs of speed per second up to 300 feet. If this is something you want to learn more about, leave a comment down below and I'll make a future video. Subscribe so you don't miss it. I have these easy EX44 RJ45 connectors from Platinum Tools, which is what you call the ends of your Ethernets. RJ11s is what the smaller brothers, what it used to be used for phone lines. And I also have this modular crimper. Any crimper will do, but I promise once you go easy and pass through, you'll never go back. We start off with some of the end of the cable. We'll place it on the side that says strip, not the edge side. Go ahead to just about closed grip on your hand. Give it a few turns to go around the whole cable. This will help you pull the jacket off. The jacket is the white colored part. It's the outside part of the cable. And now we have exposed pairs, pull string, and a plastic center. You can use scissors to give yourself a small cut in the jacket to easily use the pull string to reveal more of the wire. It is good practice not to use any of the wire above where you strip the jacket off, as you might have nicked the wire and could cause a short. Give yourself about 2 inches of wire or so to work with. Go ahead and cut what's left of the jacket, pull string, and the plastic center. Not all wires have a plastic center. This one does. It helps with crosstalk. Untwist your wires all the way down to the jacket. As I'm doing this, I'll go ahead and let you know most Cat 5, Cat 6 comes with 4 pairs of wires. Blue, blue-white, orange, orange-white, green, green-white, and brown, brown-white. That could be a solid and a lighter version, like this one I'm using here, or a solid and a mixed one, like the picture here. You should be aiming to line up the cables in a certain order. Here are the two most used ways to make connections. Wiring T568B and wiring T568A, where B is the preferred standard to use. In most cases, you will need to ensure that you're using the same end on both sides, unless you specifically need a crossover cable. You use a crossover cable to connect something that already is running on a type A end, and you need to connect it to a type B one. I'll give you guys a quick secret. For most simple use cases of the Ethernet cable, as long as both sides matches exactly, it should work. But that's our little secret. Once you have lined them up and they're fairly straight, I normally cut where they seem to be the most together. I have a slight bend on the end of mine, which I didn't see right away. As you can see, the cables didn't want to go into the lanes or guides that the connector has. There, I see it now. Give it another quick cut, and then I was able to slide them right in. With the pass-through cable, you can use the extra exposed wire to ensure you still have them lined up in the same color order. And of course, my favorite part, I was able to give it a professional look by having the jacket always go all the way into the connector. Not having to cut the right amount of cable to the right amount of exposed wires to the right amount of jacket left over. Place it into the crimper where it says RJ45. It shouldn't be able to fit into any of the other ones anyways. Go ahead and give it a good squeeze. It's okay if the wires are still attached. They're barely hanging on. You can take them off easy. And there we have it. Once more for good measure, but this time we'll do it really quick. So it's strip, snip, pull string, cut, 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 untwist, line up, cut, insert into connector, push jacket in, crimp, clean, voila. You have an Ethernet cable. All right, guys, I would say practice a few times so it becomes easier. And that way, if you are running your line now, leave a little extra just in case you make a mistake. You can use a T25 stapler like this one to run your line nice and neat right above the baseboard. Just make sure that the cable is fully in the groove before you staple. I can't tell you how many times myself and other techs have stapled right through the cable. There's a simple solution to add a new direct line to a device far away. You can also attach a switch like this one, which essentially is like an extension cord for internet lines, or a wireless router to give yourself more Wi-Fi coverage in areas that are far away from your main router. Now with this last one solved, I gave you wish 1 and 3. I'm practically a genie. But all this is just an intro to what this cable can do. I recommend if you're gonna take some time to do some upgrades around the house, let's do enough so people start calling you that tech guy. Not only can Cat 5 or Cat 6 be used to carry internet, but it can also carry sound, video, power, all the above at the same time. You can add attachments like these for sound. The Ethernet plugs right into it and it'll carry the sound on the other side. Say your house is already pre-wired or you ran your own lines, you can play music from one room, let's say where the record player is, to the living room TV. They can also carry audio and video. That's how many hotels and sport bars have their television set up all over the place by using attachments like this one for older TVs or HDMI ones like this one's. These travel in only one direction, so make sure T for transmitter is on the source and R for receiver is on the screen that will be showing the video. I used to use this trick a lot to give people a clean look in the living room. Many people had wall-mounted televisions with power and an RJ45 end side by side behind the television. I would be able to connect from a closet nearby or a hidden drawer, the DVD player, Blu-ray player, or cable set-top box, or game console even. I would send HDMI signal over the Cat5 and then back to HDMI on the other end. This is a great trick for gamers who really wanted the console as close as possible to the router. It is also my cable of choice for security cameras around your home. Been thinking about buying a set, not sure what cables you need or how to run them? Forget having to run a line for power and a line for video. You can do both with Cat5. If you purchase a system that uses PoE or Power over Ethernet, then you can connect your IP cameras with just one cable. Analog was a system that was around for a long time and it required 2 lines, one for power, one for the video signal. Let me know down below if you would like to see a video on security camera setups, the pros and cons of using each one. Subscribe so you don't miss any future videos, but for now you can check out this video here on how I restored a gaming keyboard to glorious form, or you can watch one of my DIY videos here. Like always, stay healthy, stay safe, Elche out. I had to film this really quickly because somebody wished for me to run them a 200-foot Cat6 line. It's always something. It's like I'm a genie.